Hello, Brat. So, you've caught up with me, and I am to a point where I think I have finally figured out how to educate online as an educator. Ooh, what a weird time, huh? Alright, so, I'm not going to dwell on that. We're going to go straight into this Detective Grimoire. Okay. Oh, good. Ooh, the music's promising.
"2025 last night. A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction deep within the heart of the marshal.
Hold on. A tourist attraction. Here? I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in the swamp for over 60 years.
A swamp
Okay,
thing.
so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see what matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
It's your father.
Murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
We've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? There's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Richard Remington, founder of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, was found dead outside his office at 20:45 last night. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. Okay. Ooh, there's the wounds and the footy prints. Let's see. This must be Richard Remington. I love the purple stash. And there's his lovely outline. You can tell from the pointy nose. And there's our suspect, which is not gonna work out well because I'm not seeing any claws on these tentaculars here, John G. But all right.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
Ooh. Art style is kicking. I love it. Chapter 1. A swamp full of secrets. Let's start, shall we?
Your case file is in the top right.
Okay, case file, top right.
You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here.
Why, thank you.
When you've collected some, of course.
I will do my best.
I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused,
Which I always am.
come back here and I'll help you.
Thank you so much. You're too kind. Okay, so here's a... Ooh, something beckoning over here. What is
That's
it?
where I need to go.
What?
I
Okay,
can
then...
switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right.
I didn't even know how to walk in this game, Chachi.
Oh, and if I'm feeling confident,
Which I always am, for no reason at all.
I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I don't want sparkly hints. I am a strong, intelligent woman. What? Don't need no hints? Uh-oh. Hang on, John G. I gotta put up groceries. And I'm back. Ha-ha! All right. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, learning to walk. Hello. Who is this? She's a giggler.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
Weird girl from the fairground. I haven't seen anybody from the fairground. I don't even know what you're
I've never
talking
seen you before.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and
You'll
behave.
get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature, but it can't be him.
Nope.
He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature.
Also, he doesn't have
you know?
claws.
He's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... she disappeared.
Well.
I might pretend I imagined her.
That's fair. Okay. Oh, nice. This will keep me from getting so turned around. Maybe. Don't actually count on it. Okay. Oh, clues, notes. Oh, okay. Alright.
Just my luck, the gate's closed.
You're a grown fella. Open it.
Looks like I can move these metal latches around.
Alright.
I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock.
Out of the bottom of the lock.
Then I'll be able to get through this gate.
Fantastic.
Probably.
Oh! Let's see. Is that too far? Too far.
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office.
I think you should.
This is the tourist attraction?
Would it be bad to... I would go
The
there.
whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking.
Oh, I like thinking.
Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom,
Oh, okay.
and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion.
Oh, focusing. I'm so good at that.
Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
All right. Boggy's Bog. Let's see, the swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to be smart.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to be so smart. Ooh, that's nearly right.
I've nearly got it, John Lane. Ah, there we have it.
The
I should have scrolled a
swamp
little
is
further.
far too remote for the tourist attraction
To make any money.
It's really bugging me.
Me too.
What's the story behind this place?
That's a great question. Ooh, shall we go to the cafe or to the museum? Let's go to the museum.
Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right.
Yes, I see that.
I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food.
You're a wimp then. Alright. Okay. Protest.
Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog. I can't wait.
Okay. Clearing. Ooh. Alright, we'll stick with the museum, and then I'm
I
gonna
should
go.
visit the crime scene before I do anything else.
Oh, he's not gonna let me. Okay.
I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Fair enough then. Boop. Alright, what is this outline made out of? Because it can't be chalk, right? And it can't be tape, right? Because look at the wind whipping through the grass. I'm just saying.
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down.
He doesn't feel like kicking the door down. This guy. Well, where will we get the key, I wonder?
Maybe if I get desperate later on.
Okay. Well, there's nowhere else we can go here. We'll just have to go back, I guess.
I should visit the crime scene before.
I'm trying to
So,
Oh,
this is
just
where they
click on
found
it.
Remington's body.
Aha! Oh. We already talked about this. I read this to you already. Wonder if I can click on the... I mean, look at him. Doop, doo, doo. No claws. No claws anywhere, unless there's some gigantic claws on his feet in the bucket. Okay. Oh, okay. A map of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, generously donated by the mysterious little girl at the entrance. When I'm exploring the swamp, I can access my map from the map button in the corner. We figured that out. Okay. Okay. Don't have clues or notes. Okay. Oh, okay. Wooden planks outside his office. Alright. Well, I visited there now, so I guess I can go back. Aha!
Ah, some suspects. Let's get this investigation started.
Heyo! Now,
What?
what?
Yes, do you have a message for me?
No?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, I
think
do.
so.
Then why are
Stop
you
being
here?
an idiot.
I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Van de Peer,
The famous movie director?
the artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
Let's see. I like this one. This very talented beard you've got, at least.
That is a very talented beard you've got, at least.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
Probably not.
Then I'd be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Oof. All right. Ooh. What should I talk about? let's talk about your job.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Hubba hubba.
Ah, quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy. About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man.
Ha-ha,
Well,
more
faithful enough,
suspects.
you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course.
Of course.
But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy?
He doesn't do what he-
look lazy.
What that guy
That's
wants
what
him to
gets
do.
scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I
Ooh.
wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
What's the little hobby?
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed, I was working. Very hard indeed. Well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest.
Getting
But
to
yesterday
know
I was
the
getting
swamps.
even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night.
Uh-oh.
He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
Nice, let me see the film.
Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective. But there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure, definitely. So here's the footage, I guess. Footage recorded last night at the exact time of the murder, filmed by Vincent Van de Peer in the clearing on the west side of the swamp near the crime scene. There's nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. Listen to them in order. Oh, whoops. That wasn't the right order. Okay. Okay. Would you like to hear that again, John Lee? Oh. There you go. Okay. Let's talk to him about the film footage.
I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background.
Okay. I don't think I really have a profile, do I?
Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday. That was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I think so, yes.
Okay, see what he says about Boggy.
Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of
Of
course.
course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
Oh, what an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible!
Okay. Let's talk about him.
The world's premier director.
Jeez.
The king of wit and whimsy. You met him? You're a lucky man.
All right. Okay. Let's talk to camera guy, see if we can find out what his hobby is.
All right, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
Yeah.
That's a little rude.
No,
Don't care.
I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
Ooh.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
It's my second name. Detective is my first name. Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Yeah, I want to ask him if... I want to ask him lots of things, actually. Okay.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last
Nowhere
night.
to be found.
Simple enough. What was Mr. Burl doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Ooh, challenged unlocked. What? How do I get to the challenge? Challenges. Explore everywhere and talk to all the suspects to collect information. Oh. This is a lot of information. And how do I get to the challenge? I want to know. Click and hold the back button to exit immediately from me. Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh?
Let's talk to this guy again.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him.
I saw him
He left
after
the
the
cafe
murder.
looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Well,
Oh, really?
well.
But why did he want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
Okay. Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to dress up as Boggy to film here in the swamp.
Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Vanderpeer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
Challenge topic will now be available when talking to Vincent. Oh, okay. There we go.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpure over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
You said
No,
you carried
not
around
all the time.
most of the time, though.
You left it with Vanderpure, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
What are your hobbies?
Vanderpure said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right.
What
I
is
brought
it?
2 cameras with me when I came here. I
Aha.
left my video camera, yes. But I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs?
Okay.
It was for fun.
Only
course.
one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect.
Oh.
Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night.
I haven't developed it yet. How would you look at it if it wasn't developed?
Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Oh, it's part of the game. Okay. Developing fluid. Aw, how nice.
What?
What?
Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
A blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burrell shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. Question marks? Question marks? There are things I need to know still about this photograph. Now, alright. Is there anything else we want to say to him? Let's see what he thinks about Mr. Remington.
You should ask someone else.
Okay. What do you think about Boggy?
Try showing it to somebody different.
Well, alright. What do you think about Vanderpure?
The famous director, and my friend.
Let's see. Is there a clue to present?
Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera, at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Someone
Well,
getting killed?
judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess. Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there?
No.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Okay. He's not interested in that. Let's talk to this guy again. Let's unlock his challenge here.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Yeah,
Where?
buddy boy.
In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Let's see. Looks like you were denied
Remington
permission.
has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine.
Is that
Every
right?
situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way. I wonder how that happened.
Me too.
Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Oh, nice.
Right.
That's the one.
I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word.
Isn't it?
It was just a little arrangement between friends.
Aw.
Nothing worth getting upset about.
No.
I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
Oh,
So
an
you would have
OU
owed him
favor.
money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Well, well, well.
He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course.
I want to see what he thinks of this.
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know?
All right. Let's see. Okay, I think I've talked myself to pieces about with these two, and it looks like it's a good time to stop. So, stop here and start up again in the next one. Bye, Brad.